Ladies and gentlemen, this is the TheAdmiralReport, and I am the Admiral. The Apocalypse. We're kind of heading right towards it. My proof of this? Well, the U.S. is kind of going into chaos over the deficit, and the government's pretty much taking all the blame and putting on Obama. Personally, the guy's inexperienced. Too inexperienced to run a country. Now, someone will probably make up the will make up the point. How do you prepare to run a country?
User entered your
can't,
channel.
but you should have a little bit more business tact when it comes to that kind of thing. Personally,
User disconnected from your channel.
he's probably the best choice that they could have had for as their president.
Disconnected.
Sorry, that was TeamSpeak. Anyway, at the time, but he's not being aggressive enough in pushing some of the things he's trying to pass, and it's being a problem for him. Over here in Canada, pretty much all the same situation. Harper is, for the most part, almost going around like a dictator with a leprechaun up his ass who can't count worth shit. He wants to try and solve the deficit budget in 2 years, and I believe it's 2 years. 2 years or 5 years, something along those lines, and yet a little bit of math he did just didn't make sense. It added up to what appeared to be a savings of only 16 billion in that period, and well, that's not 40 billion. Where would he get that other 24 billion from? China? I mean, it's, it's a joke. His entire budget plan is a joke. You can even look this stuff up. It's kind of insulting, really. I can't wait to watch him get kicked out of office or something. But sadly enough, we don't exactly have the best options currently in Parliament. Personally, I kind of wish Paul Martin would be Prime Minister again. Yeah, if he ran, I'd vote for him. Stephen Harper, is making some pretty bad choices right now. A lot. Conservatives are pretty much, they're going about their business like they can't be challenged and all that stuff, and the Liberals are jumping on it. They're catching them, and they're jumping all over it. It is hilarious. It weakens the conservative movement and only strengthens some of these smaller, lesser parties who either haven't ever had the opportunity to have a political command of the country, or just not experienced enough at all to be doing it. It has stupid rules and legislations. But that's where that's heading. China is taking on all this debt from the United States, and they got money. Yeah. But no, just because China's got money doesn't mean the U.S. should start just keep on tossing out the dollar signs and say China will cover it. What the hell? Eventually, there's got to be a stop to it, because like, the United States is in what, $2 trillion in debt, and people are blaming Obama for not fixing that. I mean, Bush fucked up big time, and you can't put it all on one person to correct the matter. You can't. I couldn't think of anyone who could fix that in 2 terms of being a president. You can't fix $2 trillion in debt. I don't care who you are. Unless you're a billionaire, where you're sitting on 900 billion yourself, and you're willing to push it into the government because you think that might actually be a worthy investment. Nah. Russia's just sitting back and watching. France is experiencing some fuel shortages on the pumps due to protests by lots of people, some even students, and you know what they're protesting? The retirement age in France is 60. The government wants to bring it to 62. Well, the retirement age here in Canada is 65, and I think it's 70 in the United States, or they might be pushing up to 70 in the United States. But still, the people who are retired, they still, I mean, it's what they're trying to do is keep taxpayers with jobs, keep people with jobs so they can still pay taxes to fuel more money into the country. I mean, it's the taxpayers. Taxpayers are the wallet for these governments. I mean, people think the government has unlimited amount of money, but no, they don't. That's why they're borrowing from other countries. We are the government's wallet, and when taxes drop, the government has to sacrifice certain spending in areas like healthcare and other activities, and yeah, activities like soccer or hockey, whatever you'd put your kid in to keep them out of trouble, that kind of thing. And healthcare is a big issue too. I mean, over here in Canada, healthcare system's great, but it's very, very stretched and horribly stretched. It could collapse at any time. You know, that is not. It's one of those things. But anyway, yeah, for just 2 years added on to the retirement age. 2 years. They got violence, properties getting damaged, people are getting hurt, and all this kind of protest over it, and it's not worth it. It isn't. They're arguing over nothing, and yet they're so gung-ho to pull an old French move and bust out the guillotine and elect a new government. Yeah, that's brilliant. I got no comments on Britain or Germany or Australia. At least not this time. But if you're watching the progression of things, and you take into account 2012, that movie, it raised a lot of popular questions. I mean, the world's gonna end on 2012. I don't think it's gonna end on 2012. I think something really big's gonna go down. I mean, if you're watching the progression of things, everything is slowly going downhill, especially in the United States. And 2012 is supposed to happen on the eve or just after the next presidential election. And of course, if you're a fan of the Nostradamus theory, it says a leader will be put into power who ends up being the next horseman, the final horseman that starts the apocalypse, destroys the world, that kind of thing, and he rallies the people. He will be a great conqueror, great at speech, all that kind of thing. So it could even be the next president of the United States. That's just a theory, I'm just speculating. But in addition to that, I don't think that 2012 would be the end of the world. It'd be, maybe it's the beginning of the possibility of the end of the world, like it's the beginning of a war, you know, and depending on who wins the war, either everyone's dead or the only people left alive are people who believe in God or just the right way of doing things. So that's my thoughts on that. Please leave a comment or even a video response. Give me your opinion. What you think of all this. Oh, yeah. Cholera outbreak in Hades. Yeah, it's in Hades. It's already claimed 40 lives, and there's reported 1,500 plus other cases of cholera around Port-au-France, or whatever that place is called. It's a real mess. No, so give me your opinions. I'm looking for some. I want to hear some good thoughts on this. I want to hear what you had to say and think. No, give an honest opinion. Could be complete crap. Well, no, not really. Don't want crap. I want an honest opinion. Completely honest. What do you think it is gonna happen? Or if anything's gonna happen at all. Okay, this is the Admiral. Cheers.